Hey, I'm Marcus.
And I'm Nick.
We are Working Class Nerds.
Cue the intro.
That's right. We are Working Class Nerds, and this is episode 250.
Of the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Don't forget, everybody, if you're looking for more Nerds community content, go find the link in the show notes for the Nerds community Discord.
And this week's episode, it is the Marcus and Nick show, the Nick and Marcus show, and we have played a lot of games, and I mean a lot of games. Well, like 4 games for Marcus over the span of 250 episodes. And today we want to discuss how our gaming habits have changed over the course of 6.5 years and 250 episodes. But first, Marcus has been training for the Tour de France de Peloton, and I want to hear about it. All about that training in the hyperbolic time chamber. He's training, powering up. One pedal at a time.
It's not even funny. It's not even funny. You know, it's kind of symbolic that, you know, we've had co-hosts and everything, but just so happened on episode 250, it's like episode 1, except that you can't hear the fan in the background in my squeaky chair.
I know. I do have a fan going in the background.
Yeah, but you can't hear it because we have technology called real microphones. And not the gain at 1,000.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? In like 18 pages of notes.
Yeah, that wrote, that was a video essay, the first episode. I wrote like line for line, like
the entire movie.
Like a summary of the entire movie of The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
And like my thoughts as I went along.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It was, yeah. But training, no. Taking care of myself, yes. But, you know, so, yeah, let me preference this. So the first time ever in my life I got picked for jury duty last week or 2 weeks ago. I can't
Well, you've
even
never
remember.
been called for jury duty
Ever.
either.
No,
and you
that's what
got
I'm saying.
picked.
Yes. So I got picked, and it just so happened to be for a murder trial. And
I was just laughing.
And so the verdict came out. I'm not going to talk about it too much on the show here, but I will say it really fucked me up. And it's really fucked up that everybody just records everything. Because, like, I want to just say, I didn't need to see that shit, man. I didn't need to see it. But anyways, so, like, last night, I jumped on the Peloton, and I did a 30-minute ride, and I wasn't satisfied. So then I did another 30-minute ride right afterwards. And there was so much sweat on me, and like my underwear were soaked through to my shorts, and my t-shirt was like like a wet rag, like you put underneath the faucet.
Yeah.
Underneath the bike, it was just wet.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was gross, but I felt good. But then after I was done, I ended up going to the rink and skating for a half an hour. And it was so funny because, like, I'm the fat old guy, and there's these 2 young kids on the ice with coaches, and they're on the other ice, and I walked past them, and it was 9 o'clock at night, and they're training, doing their thing. They've been on the ice since 8, and then, so I get on the ice. I just sprint for 25 minutes.
Sweet.
Do a couple laps and just sprint. Now, when I say I'm sprinting, if there's a camera on me, it looks like I'm walking probably. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But like for me, I'm fucking pushing it. Anyway, so 25 minutes later, I'm walking off the ice. They're still training. They're looking at me like, done already, buddy? And I was soaked even more. But I had to. Like, it really is relieving to go do that when you are stressed or have shit on your mind. Like, it actually helped a lot. And then I came home and I ended up playing Elden Ring until probably about 11 o'clock, which was pretty fucking cool.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exercise like that, like, really helps your mental stress a ton. You know, I definitely don't do it enough, but whenever I do, I always feel like, this is much better. I honestly, I like it. I mean, if you're someone who exercises regularly, then you know, we're preaching to the choir, but I almost feel like exercise, like actually get doing it and like going to therapy, almost feel the same type of relief.
Sure.
It's like you don't want to, or at least for me, I never want to do it going into it. I never want to do it. And it's like every time that you drag yourself through it, on the backside, it's the amount of relief you feel is like, oh my God, thank God I did that. You know? So like, I just like stress relief wise. So, but one is, you know, psychological based. The other one is like, you know, literal endorphins and everything. Like you know, hormone levels. It does, exercise like that does a ton of benefit for you. But that's great is my point. It's awesome.
It just feels good. And also too, I like doing it at home because, like, you don't have to go anywhere for it. But it's really satisfying when I go to the rink and just sprint.
Yeah.
Like, hold your stick, but there's no puck. You're just sprinting to, like, kill yourself. Like, you're not training for anything except punishing yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, so that's what was last night. Murder trial. Shit was wild.
Yeah.
Wild. But the other thing is, when I like back to Elden Ring, I can say that I finished Mount Gilmere. I have progressed.
Wait, what's Mount Gilmere?
It's just an area where, like, I call it like Mount Everest, where like everything is like all the graces where you can like save at and rest at are all called base camp. Base camp 1, base camp 2, base camp 9. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you save your progress, and you're just climbing to the top of this mountain, and the enemies are pretty hard. And you get up to the final boss up there, and he kicks your ass a bunch, and then you kick his ass, and you feel good. That's what's really rewarding about the game, is that there's exploration in the game, and then there's bosses. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then sometimes just the regular enemies fuck you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was torn, but to go into the city or go underground to the lost city of Nokron. But I decided to do Nokron because shout out to Mr. Feta for my Ronnie. I'm continuing her quest, and I had to go under this underground city. And when I first went down there, it made you realize that this game is bigger and better than anything that's ever been created. So you take this elevator and you go underground, and all of a sudden you land in this whole world underground, but there's fucking stars in the sky, but you're like miles underground.
That's cool.
And it's beautiful. And
it's like a whole second world, pretty much, right?
Yes, it's a whole second world. And it's so rad, man. And the game is just, every time I play it, I realize that this is unbelievable. So now that I went through Nokron, I finally found this thing. It's like an hourglass, but the person in it is standing upside down in the hourglass.
Yep.
And it's for this place called the Carrion Study Hall, which I've already done. But it's like Castlevania Symphony of the Night, where once you place this thing on a pedestal, the whole place flips upside down.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, so like, and obviously it's more harder. It's harder, and it's like there's gonna be like all new stuff to earn or get, and there's definitely gonna be a new boss in there.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the boss is gonna be, but like, I'm so excited for it because it's just that next progression that I've wanted to do for so long, but I haven't been able to do it because I didn't progress the quest. And throughout progressing this quest, I've progressed other quests. And like, now that I'm actually listening, hey, sweet Johnny Cage, yes, I'm listening to the music now, and I'm listening to the story. And now that I'm like focused on the story and listening to what they're saying, it is a mind fuck to me on the stuff they're talking about. Also, too, the DLC's coming soon. I am not playing it. I am in no rush to play it. Because
The DLC is like end game content, right?
well, it's just a whole expansion. It comes next week.
Yeah.
I think the 20th it comes out. But
What's that
everybody's
called
like,
again?
Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Got it.
Everybody's like, are you going to go rush and kill Moog? Because I could go kill Moog right now. But I'm like, no. I want to play the game. And like...
Well, wait, I thought... I saw a press... I don't know... I know minimal, of course, about like the ins and outs of Elden Ring, but I did see some kind of press release from Bandai Namco saying like, hey, don't forget to go kill Moog now because you won't be able to or something like that.
No, you have to kill Moog in order to access the DLC.
Oh, so they're saying if you want to jump right into it, make sure you go kill him first.
Yeah, and I guess there's some stats online where like only 60% of the people who have ever played... No, 40% of the people who have played Elden Ring have beaten Moog.
Oh boy.
Right? Like, which is really like interesting to me that they would put that gate in, but I guess he's really hard and they're like, want you to be prepared for the DLC.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And like, that's the thing is like, I don't want to do the DLC if I'm not ready for it. Cause I'm just going to get shit on. Cause I'm
and you won't enjoy it.
Right.
Your ass.
Yeah. Anyway, the last thing is I hooked up the Xbox today, and I've got the Ultimate Game Pass, and so it was pretty sweet that I put I made Ryan his own gamer tag. It's Ryan B814 instead of Marcus B814.
That's sweet.
Yeah, and so he, Game Pass has Minecraft in it, and that's what he cares about. So we created a new world today, and which is pretty awesome. The last thing is I'm really torn about getting... So I've decided that I want to get a PlayStation for my room, my office.
Wait, you want to get a what?
A PlayStation.
Well, one more time. I think you cut out a bit there.
Oh, well, it doesn't change that the controller sucks. Hear me out why.
Yep, okay.
So there's two games I really want to play. I really want to play Bloodborne, and I really want to play the Demon's Souls remake.
Okay.
And the Demon's... So, I think they got it for me for my Father's Day.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I almost said Christmas, then I almost said my birthday, and then I was like, oh, that's Father's Day.
Yeah. As a quick aside, I think I might get like a card or something as being a dog dad for Father's Day, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Just a card, nothing crazy.
No. Well, you kind of gone through some shit.
Yeah, that's true.
And
I think I earned the card.
And I will say, you're doing a pretty good job because she's sitting on her ass doing nothing, and I get the snaps of you walking her. So, there's some serious brownie points there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, usually I get up first, and then if the dog's like, I gotta take a shit, I'm not gonna take her to take a shit.
But again, you don't have to take her. You know what I'm saying? It's not like.
Yeah, but it's not in my nature to not,
No, but it's not your requirement, so that's what I'm saying. You're earning that keep.
Yeah.
You're earning that card. And tell her you don't want a card. Tell her you want a cheesecake.
That is a great point.
Yeah, why are you getting me a card? I don't need a card. Just get me a cheesecake.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
I do love cheesecake.
Who doesn't love cheesecake?
It's a good point. Yeah, if you don't like cheesecake, you're out. That should be a question. Do you like cheesecake? And if you don't, the show ends.
No, because like some people can't eat dairy, so like
but not being able to eat cheesecake is much different than not liking cheesecake. Like I love double chocolate fudge chocolate cake, but I can't eat it.
Yeah, but
it doesn't mean I don't like it.
No, like I can understand people not liking that, but to tell
like
us
I don't like raw carrots. That's different,
You don't. I like raw carrots, but the point is like that's okay. You're not a raging psychopath if you don't like cheesecake. You just are weird.
I guess that's true.
You know what I mean?
Like the pistachio is like concerning.
But like with a cheesecake, I like cheesecake. I don't want no fucking strawberry drizzle on my cheesecake.
No, I don't either.
You're ruining my cheesecake with strawberry fucking drizzle.
Totally agree.
You know what I mean?
I actually want to make Graham's cheesecake. at some point soon. Probably not in the summer because it's like not really cheesecake season. You don't want to like bake in the house in the summertime. Well, it's always cheesecake season for eating it. I mean for making it because I don't feel like making the kitchen all hot. But I digress.
Yeah.
What?
No, I'm just thinking about a fucking cheesecake. God damn it. Like all this cheesecake talk is making me want a cheesecake. But other than that, that's pretty much been my week.
That's sweet.
I am T minus 15, 16, 17 days away from my first hockey game.
Woo woo. Let's go.
I'm going to die.
You're going to be fine.
The first shift, I'm going to be so gassed that I'm not going to be able to go back
Oh,
on the ice.
I got a TikTok that was I'm not going to find it in time, I don't think, but
no.
I'll look for it on the break, but it's a guy and it's a husband and wife duo, and then they have some friends too. They do skits all the time.
Yeah.
Like one of them is like a hockey dad, or like finance bro, whatever. Anyways, it's like the beer league hockey, and it's two guys getting off, and they're like, "No, stay on." To other guys because they're fucking tired. Yeah. Stay on. I just thought that was funny. I immediately thought of you coming up the first shift. Dude, like, all right, go ahead. And like, stay on.
Yeah, I'm gonna be dead.
That's too funny.
But that's okay.
Yeah, I mean that's expected, right? You got to get the sea legs before. I
just got to do the first one because after the first one I'll be fine. But like, I just got to get the first game.
Yeah, and just shoot
like a
from like the red
water.
line.
I'm just gonna be a fish out of water.
I think it'll be great.
Anyways, Nick, 250 episodes. Cheers. What have you been doing?
Cheers. So I start my new job tomorrow, actually.
That's
pretty sweet.
But Nick, can we just say how fucking stupid that is?
To start on a Friday.
Dude, what? Like, who decides that?
The state of Connecticut.
Like, I would have told them, dude, sorry, I'm going away that weekend with my girlfriend. Like,
no, then they would start you the next week. They always start everybody on a Friday. I don't really get it. Because it's like, it's a pay period thing. And they run, well, also I'm a new hire. So it's like they run the general hospital orientation at a certain.
Oh, because you're not even going into the office. You're just doing orientation. It's
actually, can I run you through this schedule? Like, I'm really excited for this job because the job itself, once I actually started, actually seems pretty sweet. It's clinical research on like rare diseases, and I'm in like a managerial position. So I got people under me, and I'm like doing stuff with the pharmaceutical companies. And it's like a lot of the studies are first in human. So it's, it's like actually like fucking scientist type stuff, which is pretty sweet.
So wait, they're going to be able to find out the fucking rare disease you have every time you fart?
No, that's not being studied yet. The only one interested in that is still looking at the different types of frogs in the Amazon. Okay.
All right.
But no, that totally just threw me out. No, the job itself is cool, but like it's a state job, of course, so it's like union benefits and all that fun stuff. Every single holiday off, all that fun stuff. But here's my schedule for the first like few days. So if I start tomorrow on a Friday. I go in for like actual general orientation to the company in the morning from like 8 to noon. And, that's when you're like getting your parking pass, getting your ID, here's how to log into stuff. And then then they say, all right, at lunchtime, go home, go
get your laptop. You'll probably get like your laptop and all that shit.
I might on Tuesday, but I'll get to that. But then in the afternoon, they say, all right, go home, work remote the rest of the day. You're going to work on these training modules. So I work remotely the second half of the day, just doing the here's how to not be sexually harass your office mates. Here's how to
You're definitely
going to
get your laptop then.
No, I don't think so. I might not. I might. I don't know if I will or not. But
I would think you would.
Well, I know I have a laptop, but not every employee has a laptop that's going to be there. Like, it's not normal for every position.
Really?
Because it's a hospital. So, like, a nurse who goes in every single day to take care of patients, for
obviously
example,
a nurse
is
but
not
going
to get a laptop. My job I might, but I don't need it to do. I can log into my own computer to do the modules. presumably. Now, to do the actual job remotely, which is what I would have the laptop for, I'll probably do that later, which I'll tell you. So then that's Friday. Then I have the weekend off. Then Monday is all day, just modules remotely. You have more trainings, and they give you all day to say this is supposed to take all day, so go ahead. Then Tuesday, I actually go into the office, and then
wait. I'm good. Everybody, so you know, I'm putting it in the pool right now. Monday module done by 10 a.m.
Well, I will not confirm nor deny how long it actually takes me to do this. Yeah. I expect it to take me from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Of course you do. Anyway, so what's Tuesday?
So Tuesday, I actually go into the office and I meet with people. I actually have an agenda up somewhere.
Well, either way.
But I'm like actually doing training stuff. I will say my office is pretty sweet. It's small, but I have an actual closed door office and it has a bathroom attached to it. How sweet is that?
Wait, you have your own bathroom?
Yeah.
Is it shared?
No. I mean, unless somebody walks in my office.
You have your own bathroom?
Yeah. Isn't that awesome?
Oh my God, dude. The TikToks are going to be fucking flowing. Because all you're going to have to do is shut your door and you fucking go to drop a deuce in private.
Isn't that nice? Well, and it's nice because, for now I have to walk across half the building to pee. So it's really nice to just be able to, got to pee quick, come back. I can honestly be on a call and just, get up, take 2 steps, mute it, obviously. And then, that's nice.
Yeah, you don't want them thinking it's you're playing Snoop Dogg's Gin and Juice and the fucking guy's taking a piss in the toilet.
Right. But yeah, so yeah, then Wednesday I'm off because Juneteenth is a federal holiday. And then then I actually start working for real Thursday, Friday, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, that's a nice way to ease into it.
Honestly, it is. It's I'm really pumped. I'm kind of, I feel super, super spoiled. But at the same, it's also kind of nice to ease into unfamiliar everything. I don't know how anything works.
Well, and let's just be real that you're gonna be fucking overwhelmed very quickly.
Yeah, it's all fun and games for those first few days, but come next week, by the episode 251, it will be fine. But by episode 252, I'll be going, holy fuck, it's a lot.
Or you're going to go, holy shit, it's half the work that Bay State was giving me.
I think that's more like what it's going to be.
But I think it's so. What I'm foreseeing is it might be half the. I was just going to say, I'm going to say it's going to be half the workload, but it's going to be double the stress for the workload because it's so rare stuff.
Yeah, it's different, and it's talking to the farmers. Well, these are different too. The studies they do that I was doing at Bay State are they're all oncology ones, and it's yep, it's a drug. We've been doing this study. It's phase 2 or 3, meaning already been tested on people. Usually it's hey, this drug's already approved for 7 other types of cancer. We're seeing if it works well on this type of cancer. So you know what I mean. So it's already set up. You're just doing it at the site, and I had 12 of those that I was running.
I'll be real.
Whereas here it's 3, but it's these are first in human trials on some really rare disease, and they're funky therapy types. I don't know 100% how much I'm allowed to talk about. I think I said it on here already, but the mechanisms.
Well, I was just no, dude. I would imagine come your job, there's going to be some NDAs you have to sign.
They're opening a new study that 2 of them. The 2 studies they have 2 studies open now that I've heard of having that mechanism for other stuff before, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I could probably talk about it. I'll after orientation and stuff. I'll see next week what. But I would imagine
there's.
But this third one is actually first in humans, and it's a mechanism I've not heard of being used on humans before. So I don't want to rock the boat.
NDA.
Yeah.
Or some kind of gag order. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, it's probably fine. It's all you can look up all these trials on clinicaltrials.gov, but like it's just starting. So like until it's open and rolling, I don't want to like.
Yeah, dude, I'm
know.
telling you,
it's probably fine, but I don't
hey,
want to rock the boat.
hey,
You know,
little 25-year-old Johnny is getting this. Is the first person in the whole world to get this shot. I'm pretty sure they don't want you talking about that. Because if Johnny grows 2 arms and starts looking like Stitch, we're in a lot of trouble.
like Stitch. Oh my God. No, I mean that's all public knowledge.
Right.
No matter what, it has to get posted. That's like part of the shtick. But yeah. In gaming stuff, I've been playing a lot of Star Wars Unlimited. I'm really pumped for set 2 as the cards keep coming out. I've been doing some testing, some of the new cards, and like mixing them into the deck that I've been running, and a lot of them work well. They're really fun. It seems like there's a lot of cool aspects, like a lot of cool abilities in this deck. Like there's a lot of Underworld and Mandalorian cards and like bounty hunters and like scum and villainy type stuff. The title of set 2 is Shadows of the Galaxy. So there's a really cool card. I think there's a couple that are my favorites. I want to look here, Marcus. I'll pull it up real quick if you don't mind.
I don't care.
Let me see. So, wait, I want to show you this, blah, blah, blah. Can I, copy and paste this image in here? I can. Let's see. Paste. Yeah. All right. So in the notes, I just put the card. It's called Crate Dragon. 9 cost, which is kind of a lot. It's a red card, so aggression, just the red. 10 power, 10 health, which is enormous. Right. Overwhelm, which means if you attack a unit, the damage carries over to the person's base. So like if a unit only has 4 health and you hit it, the extra 6 go to their base. And it has an ability, a description. When an opponent plays a card, you may deal damage equal to that card's cost to their base or a ground unit they control. So, like, every time they put something down, you're doing damage on, like, that much, whatever the card costs, 2 resources, 3 resources, 4, whatever. Like, you just do that damage to their base. Like, if this card comes out, the game's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that comes out in the new set, right?
Yeah, that's in the new set. Another one I love is Maul.
I read this. I think this is the one I read.
Maul's is epic as well, and there's the most expensive. Oh wow, that was way too big. The most expensive card, like that's a unit in the game right now. It scrolled down to the next page, Marcus. If you're looking at
I see it.
This
is the one I read.
Darth Vader, which is also a green villainous, so like green bad guys. That's the black logo. Colored, like coded, I guess. 7 cost. Vader's is like you put them down and you get to pull like a bunch of smaller units up to 3 cost totals, like a couple stormtroopers with him. So it's like it's like, imagine that it's supposed to be like a mechanic that's like him storming onto your ship, like in Rogue One. Well, Maul comes out at 7 cost as well, same as Vader, same colors. He's got ambush, which means he comes out and he can immediately attack something, a unit. Got overwhelm as well, and then on attack, his ability is on attack, you may choose another friendly Underworld unit. So he's got the another unit that's tagged Underworld. If you do, all combat damage that would be dealt to this unit during this attack is dealt to the chosen unit instead. So you can have other units out, and normally you attack something, and then attacks, you get to take damage back. Well, Maul can just reassign that damage. And he does 7 damage per attack. It's crazy. That's a crazy card as well. I mean, these are clearly like end game cards that are just fun, but
get prepared.
Yeah. There's one last card I'll highlight that I think is super pumped. I've been running it in my Palpatine yellow deck. Oops, I gotta log in. Excuse me. Yeah, I forget the exact name of it. I actually don't know where this character's from. It is called Bazine Natal, Bazine, and it's only 2 cost. It's a yellow card, yellow villainous, so like cunning villainous. It's when It's 1 power, 3 health. When played, look at an opponent's hand. You may discard one of those cards. If you do, that player draws a card. So, like, at any point in the game, yeah, the unit itself is not great. You can just say, like, I'm afraid of that. I'm afraid of that person having this really good card that's going to screw me. I'll just play this. You can look at first of all, you see their whole hand, so you know what they have now, A. And then B, you also get to pick a card and discard it. Like, that is huge.
I'm guessing that this card will probably be disabled during a tournament.
I don't think so. Like, well, maybe, but not yet. Anyway, there's only 2 sets, so.
Well, no,
and there is another card like that. It's Bodhi Rook, but most people don't play it because it's double yellow. So like you have to. It's 3 cost double yellow. So if you only have a yellow like 1 yellow aspect, that costs 5, and that's a lot. But there's only 2 costs. That's a crazy
funny
card.
part for me is how you're playing more card games than you are video games.
Yeah, if you told me that like 6 months ago, I would have said you're out of your mind.
Right.
That's so not typically me, but it's awesome. I mean, I'm really thankful for. I get a lot of enjoyment, and we're going to talk about this later too, or we can talk about it now, whatever. I get a lot of enjoyment out of this game in the online version of it. I'm trying not to say exactly how I've been playing it because it's technically not sanctioned by Fantasy Flight Games or Disney, both of whom have the rights to Star Wars Unlimited. But there's a way to play it online.
Of course, there is.
That I've been using, frankly, and most people do, and it's very popular. Every time I log on there's like 70 games going at one time. But it's great because it, technically they don't want to, and to clarify, the way I understand it is they don't want to sanction something like that, and they don't want to make one themselves, meaning like the people who make the actual Star Wars Unlimited, because they want to encourage you to go to your local game store and play in person and buy the cards, right? Because without you going to the local game store and buying stuff, there's no actual card like community, and they wouldn't sell any cards. Otherwise, it's just an online card game like Hearthstone or whatever. But that being said, it's really helpful for when you can't get to a card game store and you can just want to spend 15 minutes playing, and you can still test stuff and like see what you want to buy, so that when you go to the store, you know what you're doing, A, or B, you can know exactly what you want to buy if you want to buy singles and like bring a deck to a competitive tournament. But it makes it more accessible, I think, to me, but I also understand why they wouldn't want to have something like that in place. But speaking of card events and going to your local game store, last Sunday, Joey Feta and I went to the Battle Standard over in East Windsor for a draft event for Star Wars Unlimited for set 1 still. And I think those are technically unofficial draft events. Like you don't go like keep track of your score actually. And I've done 2 of those previously. The first one I genuinely had no clue what I was doing, and I did terrible. The second one I had half an idea and did just as bad. The first night there were actually 8 people, and I think that's the cap. And then second time there was 7. Well, this time they didn't really announce it. It was sort of a last minute thing. And there was only 4 of us. And in case you don't know, a draft is, instead of bringing a deck and playing, it's everybody gets 3. You pay $20. Everybody gets 3 packs, and then you open the packs. Essentially, I'm skipping some steps, but essentially open the pack, take one pack, take a card, pass the pack, and everybody takes a card from and passes it along per each pack. So you each end up with the same amount of cards, but now you've drafted into different stuff to make a deck that you then go play with.
Right.
So the past 2 times I went, the prizes were everybody gets these little promo packs, which are weekly play. They're little 3 cards packs, and they have alternate art on them, and that's kind of fun. I've gotten a Luke's lightsaber that was borderless hyperspace, they call it in this game.
Right.
I got an R2D2.
It's like a variant for comic books.
Yeah, exactly. It was I got an R2D2 with alternate art, a Yoda with alternate art. It's little cool stuff that's in the promo packs. They're just 3 cards. And then excuse me, and then the actual first, second, like if you participated, you got one of those, and then the first, second, third got like 3 packs, 2 packs, 1 pack extra, I think. So this past Sunday, there was only 4 of us, because they announced it like that day, and just in like the Discord as like a comment, not even like a big post, but yeah, I played. So it was me, Joey Feta, someone, Kevin, who I've seen there before, and someone named D, who had not been D or T. Sorry, T, I believe her name was, had not played Star Wars Unlimited before, really, or at least not drafted. And I ended up making a Admiral Tarkin yellow deck that was sort of like the Palpatine one that it's green yellow still. Sort of like the deck that I've been playing online, and I played against Kevin. He was playing a Thrawn deck. That was annoying because Thrawn, Marcus, lets you look at your opponent's top card on their deck like every turn.
Yes.
So they know what you're about to draw every time, like Thrawn predicting you, which is,
Dude,
I think that's a
Thrawn
pretty
is
cool
legit.
mechanic.
Yeah.
It's not like particularly powerful mechanically, but it's really,
It's tactically it's Thrawn.
yeah, it lets, like, if you're a better card game player than your opponent, Thrawn helps you a ton.
Yes.
Because it's not, but it doesn't really give you a whole lot of mechanically help in the game. Whereas
No, but if you're playing Thrawn, you don't need it because you know, like, the next card they draw could be, this Bail Organa, and you know
what to expect. Yeah.
Yes.
It makes a big difference. I agree. So I ended up winning. The first game I played Tarkin. Tarkin's ability is you just tap him, or every time. Well, when you deploy him, every time he attacks, you give an Imperial unit an experience token, and then his ability normally is just you use an action to give an Imperial unit experience token, so +1/+1/+1. I ended up like boosting up some of my cards so much that like I just had like a experienced short trooper with like 4 experience tokens. The first game I beat him pretty handily. Second game was super duper close. It was like, I think we both had like 25 health at or 25 damage to our bases, and then I got like happened to have the turn that worked out well, and I won that set 2-0.
Sure.
Played against Joey. Joey won the first set. Close, I believe it was. I had done like 15-ish damage to him, and he'd get the 30 to me. Then I won the second 2 games. Joey was playing a Hera Syndulla deck, and with like the Spectre synergy, and he happened to draft every Spectre card. So like from Rebels, he had Hera, Ezra, Sabine, Zeb, Kanan, Jarrus, and then the only one he was missing was Chopper, the droid. But yeah, he beat me the first game. I think he beat me by a lot, and then the second game I won. Third game I won as well. So I ended up 2-0, and then I was playing T, who hadn't played before, and ended up winning 2-0. But I am pumped. I'm like, I'm getting 3 packs. I won. Like, let's go. Like, promo pack, 3 packs. I'm fucking stoked. And of course, you know me. I had to pee wicked bad, so I immediately was like, finish the 2 games of T, sprint to the bathroom. All right before we catch our prizes, I'm gonna run to the bathroom quick, come back. And they had like reported, oh hey, he won, type it in the computer. And the guy running the store hands out the prizes. Well, he hands me, I'm coming back from the bathroom. He's like, oh, here you go. And hands me 1 booster pack. And I was like, huh. Oh, what's going on with that? So then I noticed like everyone else also has 1 booster pack. And I was like completely like defeated feeling. Because like the whole time I'm thinking like I should give some context too. I went from like, hey, I'm interested in the game at PAX. Sure, I'll go to a draft event with Joey, no cluing what I'm doing, and then really loved it. And then was playing a lot online. Went to the second draft event, thought I knew what I was doing, did not, and like actually got beat by people who knew what they were doing. And I was like, okay, I'm really trying now. Then I've been playing a ton, and then actually won, and was all pumped to like, yes, I get the 3 packs, let's go, top of the world. And then I realized everyone gets the same prize, so like the past 3 hours of playing didn't matter.
Right.
And then that's the larger issue is like,
wait, did you say something?
No, because like, what are you going to do? Like,
wait, I would have, because you know what? If he's hosting a draft event, he has enough cards. I'd be like, I see. I would have said to him, wait a minute. So I just wasted 3 hours to get one pack. I just won. Like, it's a tournament. It's a tournament. Winning is winning, buddy. Like, he should have at least handed you 2 packs. Like, hey, we didn't have 8 people. Because if 8 people were there, he would have given away
all the well, the thing is they don't make the money, but which is fine. But that's also like, why would you not say that on the front end? Like, hey, I'm starting it now, but just so you guys know, this isn't, because I probably would have.
Where was it?
The Battle Standard in East Windsor.
Oh, dude.
Because
Feta, like, I would be like, Feta, you need to talk to that dude because I don't want to come back there.
Yeah, like, I probably won't, frankly. At least not for a draft. Or, like, I'll call him before and verify, like, what's going on. Because I don't feel like, okay, if I knew ahead of time that I was going to get the same stuff, I probably would have played anyways. But, like, it's a giant difference. I probably would have left after the first 2 games. Because I would have known, like, oh, yeah, I'm 2-0. Like, I would have won tonight anyways. Like, I don't need to waste the time. Like, let's just go. You know what I mean? Because each round takes an hour.
Well, right, but, like...
So I'm there for 4 hours. Like, the draft is an hour, and then 3 rounds of playing. That's 4 hours.
It doesn't matter, dude. Winning is winning. Everybody doesn't get a trophy.
Yeah.
See, you're a better person than me, because I would have been like, dude, this sucks.
Buddy, well, I was... honestly, in my head, I was, like, really trying to navigate that. Like... I felt like saying that, but I'm like, okay, like, is this douchey to say? Is it not? I know I'm in the right, but it's like, am I entitled to something? Am I not? You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
it was not communicated, and asking the question is, you should never feel bad about asking about winning. Be like, yo, like, I get it. Like, you're a business, and like, I paid to enter the draft.
Yeah.
Because I bought my cards. I did it. I could have left an hour ago, because if I knew, but like, you enter a tournament to win.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, see, but that's and say this is my first time ever here.
Well, he knows I'm not.
Well, okay,
he recognized me, but still,
all right. Yeah, like, I'm not some shill, and unfortunately too, like, Feta was kind of a pussy there because he didn't like call the guy out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He Feta cowered to like a little turtle and stuck his head in his shell and was like, oh, I don't know what to say, Nick. Like, I would have been like, hey, buddy, like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I invite my friends for a tournament. Like, you should be still hosting it. It's not our fault you had 4 people instead of 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I agree. But it's just one of those, it's like, it's awkward and I wasn't sure what to do either. I didn't know what the like etiquette thing, after doing that for 4 hours and also like, having all the emotions at the same time, I wasn't real confident in like the correct way to approach that. Like in terms of like, how do I, like, normally fresh rested Nick, I could politely figure out how to navigate those waters and not be an asshole. I know you wouldn't care and would just say exactly how you feel, which I think is also totally fine in hindsight. But in the moment, my, judgment was clouded, right. I guess. Well, and I just erred on the side of politeness.
I was just going to say that you were being polite, but like, I would be like, dude, I would just been like, dude, I can understand if like you're only going to give everybody 1 pack, but the winner should get 2.
Right.
Or the winners should still get 3. Like, what the fuck?
Or at least a promo thing or something. Maybe like, they don't have any. Something.
Like something. Like, oh, hey, I don't have any extra packs, but here's a voucher. You get 2 free packs the next time you're in.
Or a $10 store credit for 2 packs or MSRP, something like that.
Right.
Some like, hey, I was like,
I'm sorry.
I jokingly asked for a crisp high 5, and then he was like, haha, sure, and then was like, I was saying, I did say that, like, oh yeah, it's like, well, can I at least get like a crisp high 5 or something? And I thought he was gonna say, oh, I'll give you XYZ. Like $5 store credit, a fucking dice. I don't care, whatever. You know what I mean? But like, and he was like, "Oh, yeah, sure." Just like no, acknowledgement. It was bizarre.
Well, yeah, and that's where like
I will say, then like to rub salt in the wound. Also, the guy next to me, Kevin, opened his pack and opened a foil Avenger, which is $50, and then a Luke unit card, which is another $80, so like $150 worth of cards.
Luke unit card, really?
Lightsaber. Well, I forget. One of them was foil, and one of them was not. But I remember the total was about $150.
But like that's the thing is like you're like, but see, I don't know. You're just a better person than me.
Yeah,
Anyway.
because it was.
But here's
That,
the
well,
other
that was
thing.
after the fact, and just like, all right, what the fuck?
Well,
Not only that, but I also couldn't I have opened that card? That would have been that pack, and that would have been karma's way of equalizing it.
No,
you know?
coulda, woulda, shoulda. But like
I know.
the other way you get back at him is the next time there's a draft, you pick up and specifically talk to that guy. Be like, hey, it's Nick, Fetta's buddy. Remember me?
Yeah.
I'm coming to the draft, but I want to make sure that there's going to be a first, second, and third place prize.
Right, that's like differentiated.
Right, like hey, I just don't want to. I don't want to feel spited again.
Right,
Like that'll be your time, and the guy will be like, "Oh fuck," and I wouldn't doubt if that guy's like, "Oh yeah, I just forgot to give you the extra pack."
yeah,
But
no.
nobody cares.
Yeah, no, it, yeah, $60. Excuse me, because it was the hyperspace.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's actually gone down a lot. It was more before, but anyways, last thing for me, yeah, honestly, I probably just won't go there again if I'm being, not to just dwell on the negativity, but because there's Tabletop Gaming Center in Newington that's 10 minutes from me instead of like 35 over there. So, which I hate to say it because Joey does a lot of stuff with the Battle Standard over in East Windsor, but that left an enormously bad taste.
Hey,
in my
guess
mouth.
what? Battle Standard, suck less.
Yeah, that
That's
was
it.
that was a
Skate better.
real crappy move.
Skate
I
better.
thought.
Yep.
But in other news, in positivity stuff, the Xbox Game Showcase looked epic. I didn't 100% watch all of it, but I tuned into certain bits and pieces. But big highlights for me, like just a big win for Xbox. They had, I think, the best games showing of, like, I know Ubisoft did one, and there's another couple showcases like the same time frame. But everything, or at least most of the things that they were showing, are going to be on Game Pass day one. So like
They're Microsoft Studio games. That's why.
yeah, but that's still, just having that policy is epic because you don't have to pay the $70. You can pay the $15 a month and have access to the new games that come out. That's pretty sweet, I'd say. It's just like a good bit, like a consumer friendly business tactic. And yes, like eventually you go buy the game or whatever. But
No, why would you ever buy the game? Because once you beat it, you're not going to play it again.
well, whatever. I know I can't imagine they're making money on that, but whatever. I'm thankful is what I was trying to say. It's pretty sweet. But in particular, I thought Doom. I do want to say one other thing, slightly negative. Starfield's expansion was advertised there, and that looked so fucking stupid. That is like polishing a turd. Like, sure, that it looked interesting visually, but like, you can't, like, that game is too little, too late for how lackluster that was.
Well, there's some people that like it.
I guess, yeah.
Yep.
Well, they
Just
got
like
to. I
some
mean,
people like
I'm
the
sure they've been
Acolyte.
making. Oh God, I didn't even talk about the Acolyte.
No, I don't even do it.
I'm not. I'll save that for when everyone else.
We
is
do.
here.
No, yeah. We'll just save it for when the whole series is over, and we rate it a 0 out of 10.
Good God. Yeah. Did you watch episode 3 yet?
I don't even want to talk about it, dude.
I did too, but I didn't. Yeah,
Like-
That's probably the worst episode of Star Wars anything
Ever.
that they've made by a lot.
Ever.
And not.
Ever.
Yeah. Anyways, moving forward, back to positivity. Doom Dark Ages looked pretty
Looks
sweet.
legit.
That looks epic.
Like, I'm never gonna play it, but it looks amazing.
Yeah. The shield thing, being able to
Yeah.
block attacks is awesome. And the art style is cool as fuck.
And it still has that fucking heavy metal.
Oh, yeah.
And Doom is the only game where when you hit sprint, you slow down.
I know, because you're always sprinting.
Yeah.
Kill. But anyways, that's all for me. Do we have any AIE news?
Sunday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is Clan Night in Destiny 2. I'm not sure if Sundays are going to work. I wanted to give it a try, but I found that since I did it, it's been less and less available. And I don't know if it's because my availability is less or because of me or me. But either way, as of right now, Sunday nights, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Destiny 2 Clan Night. Final Shape came out. Final Shape is probably the best piece of Destiny content to ever come out. It's
Really?
amazing. Yeah. This week I'm trying to do the raid because the raid jacket is pretty sick. It's basically like the Root of Nightmares one that I got, which is green, but this one's black, and it's fucking unbelievable, dude. This raid jacket is one I kind of really want.
This is the Root of Nightmares, or no?
No. This is the Vow of the Disciple is the one I have.
Yeah, but what's the new one?
Salvation's End.
Salvation's Edge.
Edge.
Ooh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, the black.
Yeah, that's
Clean.
Nice. This is like a hefty winter jacket.
No, it's a spring.
Does it have a cape?
No.
Oh, it looks like it on the back a little. These are sweet jackets. I forgot that these are like custom, cool, or interesting jackets.
Yeah, like I love my Vow of the Disciple one. Google the Vow of the Disciple and put it next to it, and you'll see they look a lot alike. Just one's green and one's because it's kind of coming from like the same like era. I guess I would say it's pretty dope.
Vow of the Disciple jacket. Oh yeah, I like yours too. The green.
Yeah, I do.
That's sweet too.
Anyways, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Sundays. And if all this sounds fun to you, go to aie-guild.org. Guild.
Oh my God.
Guild. Oh my God.
AIE-guild.org. Get our Discord information in the top right-hand corner of the website. Click that purple Discord button and ask for a guild invite. Whether or not you play Destiny 2, Star Wars: The Old Republic, Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft 2, Lord of the Rings Online, Elder Scrolls Online.
Star Wars: The Old Republic.
I said that, I thought.
I don't know.
Well, any games that you play, so do we, and we would love to have you. AIE-guild.org.
You know, Nick peed right before the show, but I guarantee he still has to go, so we'll be right back.
And we're back. So today we're talking about
250 episodes of me interrupting everybody.
exactly. We're talking about our gaming journeys from the first episode to episode 250.
Wait, first off, like, we say this all the time anytime there's like a milestone.
Yeah, episode. Basically,
X.
any episode that ends in a 0 or a 5 for Marcus. He gets all teary-eyed. I can't believe we've done this for 7 episodes and 12 now.
No, but like literally, I say it all the time because like I still can't believe we still do it, but it's almost ingrained in routine that like Thursday nights are podcast night. Like I don't do anything else. Like everybody knows, like everybody that like, oh, Marcus, we're all going and doing something. When are you going Thursday? You can't go.
Right.
Yeah, no, I'm not fucking going.
Thursday night is podcast night.
Like tonight, my buddy was like, "Hey, you want to meet me at the rink? We can skate." I'm like, "No, it's podcast night."
Yep. I am occupado.
Yeah.
Not available.
Yeah.
It's nice. I do say, I like in the fall, I do wish I like watching Thursday night football also, but
the problem is I feel like if we change the day, the podcast will end.
yeah, because it's
too
too ingrained, and there's other things on the schedule that happen other days. Like our lives are revolved. It's like a tree that's grown around like a wire or something, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
or like a pole.
Well, yeah, like I just can't.
You can't move it at this point.
No, because
it's well adjusted.
Because if you move it to Monday, like I'm not even gonna haven't even thought of the notes yet.
You need like the lunch breaks and shit breaks of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
All of my show notes are done either during coffee break or lunch.
Yeah.
Or fuck around time at the end of TikTok time at the end of the day.
TikTok. Oh, yeah. What was I gonna say? I didn't even talk about, just as an extension to about your stuff. Well, it's just kind of embarrassing. I'll start with the non-embarrassing point, talking about my week. So the cool thing is House of the Dragon's coming out Sunday. That's pretty sweet. I'll be watching that. The Game of Thrones spinoff. That's a prequel.
Oh yeah, the dumbest show ever. Got it.
No, you never liked Game of Thrones.
No, it's the stupidest show ever.
Oh, well. Yeah. Anyways, that's what I think about that. But you know, it's actually a good show that I really hate to admit it is like sucked me in, and you're gonna make fun of me. I don't even care. Is Bridgerton? I thought it was the dumbest shit on like romantic bullshit, and it's actually decent. And I don't mean like it's still romantic, like melodrama, content, but like it's actually well written. So like Taylor wanted to watch it one night, and I was like, all right, I'm going to make the best of this mentally. I'm going to put like my film critic hat on. And I was like trying to poke holes, and it's actually like written good. It's not like stupid. Dude. I mean, that genre is not, engaging for most people, a lot of people, but it's well written.
Okay. I need you to set a marker for 1 hour, 3 minutes, and 38 seconds and remove the last 45 seconds of what just came out of your mouth. Okay? Like there's things you've said over the last 6.5 years that have been fucking stupid. That may be the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. I'm just, yeah, we're just going to erase that. Strike that from the record.
All right. Anyways.
Objection.
Objection. So we're talking about our journey and like our gaming interests and how they've changed over the course of 6.5 years and 250 episodes. So Marcus, where were we, in case anybody forgot, with you when we started the podcast? What were you playing?
Well, I would say when we started, I've played Star Wars Old Republic forever. Like it was my game. And the expansions were coming out. There was always big content. Like there was like a yearly content coming out, and it was awesome. And I was all in. Everybody surrounding me was playing it. It was awesome. And I was straight up MMO. Like, you couldn't get me to not log in and play that game. Like, there was many games I tried to play during that time, which was like the clearest one for me was Assassin's Creed Odyssey. It was the Greek mythology Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I really, really, really wanted to play it. Bought the strategy guide, got everything ready to go. I played it twice, and I was like, I can't do this. I have to play SWTOR.
Yeah.
Like, the MMO hook really got me. Because before that, I played a lot of different games, Call of Duty, Mass Effect. I played a lot of games.
Yeah.
But once I started playing SWTOR in an MMO style game, or a live service, I guess we could call it, it changed everything for me. I realized that I can sink my teeth into one game and only one game and be content.
I get it. Yeah, I don't know. I do that. I definitely do that. I go through phases of playing one. And obviously I've been playing a completely different style of game recently, but yeah, I like one style of game. I don't know why the MMO bug hasn't gotten me. I like an RPG, but I don't like an MMO.
It's because of immersion. You've said this for 6 years, that when you go into a world, you don't want to see 15 other people with Dirty Muffin Man, DK427, Atrax_A.
Yeah, and especially if they have they bought skins or armors or whatever, and it's like glowing hot pink flames.
Yeah,
that's like not in the realm of the game.
Or
you know what I mean?
Or they buy the 420 pack and it's like smoking off the top of their head, and they're wearing a gas mask.
Yeah,
and you're in a medieval time. Like,
it's like all right, well, that's not clearly there.
Yeah.
But another thing I think, at least in Star Wars: The Old Republic, that drove me nuts is like the travel time. It was like so many things were just a gate, like a time gate, and that drove me nuts getting through the story. It's like in other RPGs, once you went somewhere, like you could fast travel back there, but in Star Wars you kind of could, but it was just like so much of it was just like travel to here, walk like through this Disney corral of back and forth through this city that's clearly just built to take an hour for you to get there.
Well,
and I don't know, that always
the sheer size of it.
I know, but there's a way to do that isn't that, but I know that like every MMO is like that, so it's not like I'm not explicitly criticizing Star Wars: The Old Republic. It's just the one that I played.
No, I would say for you is if there was more content on those journeys, it wouldn't be so bad. But
yeah,
it's
that's
long,
true.
vast trips with minimal enemies to fight.
It's like I also don't like the thought of like fighting enemies just for the sake of fighting enemies. Like in The Witcher, it's like there's like stuff that's not enemies, and then you run across them. That's like, I mean, that's probably the most optimized game for that. So I'm comparing it to the best, but
right,
you come across stuff that doesn't have to be enemies. And it's like it felt to me like in Star Wars, it was either like atmosphere that you can't interact with or just enemies to kill. And it's nothing in between. There's no like houses to find that would give you a clue to a quest that would, what I'm saying?
That's not an MMO.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's not like it's Star Wars: The Old Republic's fault. It's just like, that's the genre.
It's a fetch quest.
That. Yeah, I like an RPG world that's got more stuff going on, so it's not just enemies and quest markers,
Yeah, but the thing is, the difference too is you have 10,000 people trying to do the same quest, so it has to be repeatable.
No, and you can't have a house with loot that that you just stumble upon, because you're going to end up having 12 player characters waiting outside for the loot to respawn so they can go in and click on it.
That's correct.
So then it like takes you out and defeats the purpose of it. So like, I get it. It's just inherent to the genre, but not my jam. But I will say, I looked back. I think the first couple episodes I was playing Shadow of War or Shadow of Mordor.
You played hell out of those.
I played
games.
a lot of that game, especially Shadow of War, because it's longer inherently. But
right.
Yeah, I almost want to go back and play that again because that was fun. It's
Dude,
just like
you played the fuck out of those games.
I played
And
that
every
like,
week. It was like,
it.
hey, I just got into the east side of Mordor and I have to fight this boss, and this is the lore that I've gotten from it.
Yeah,
Like your in-depth description of the areas got to be so in-depth that by the time you were done explaining it, I was like, would you just shut the fuck up?
I know, but it's easy to get sucked into the lore in those. It's like,
well, because it's Lord of the Rings and it was good content.
Yeah, that was a great optimized game. Speaking of like finding stuff, like I like that style game. I loved Spider-Man, the PlayStation Spider-Man games for the same reason. It's like you can fight enemies and there's all different kinds. You can do different stuff. There's all different missions involving the enemies. It's like you can do a vendetta where you get experience, killing somebody that's killed another player character, which that's kind of cool. You can take people over. You can just like, mess with there was always like orcs fighting each other to move up the ranks, and you can like choose to help one or not, the other side or not, like intervene or kill them both. Like you can mess with the whole orc hierarchy and then build your army based around all those politics and stuff. Plus, you've got all the like trinkets to find and lore that goes with them in the cool environment. Yeah, those games are sweet. I like those a lot. If you have never played them and you like Lord of the Rings, go check out. I think it's best to play it in order. Play Shadow of Mordor and then go play Shadow of War, especially because your like nemesis enemy comes back from the first game,
right,
and fucks with you in the second game, which is cool. But
that's really funny. So I went to episode 125's notes.
That's what I went for at the midway.
Yeah, so you know what's really funny is that it was Stay Alive came on for the first time.
Yep. Yeah.
So,
that was cool.
And so my halfway point of games, so I was playing Destiny 2 and New World just launched because I was playing New World. I played that for a little bit.
Oh, the Amazon Gaming MMO?
Yep.
That's sweet.
And
that was what was the date on that one? In 2021, but I forgot exactly when.
October 7th, 2021.
Wow. Yeah.
It's a long time ago.
That is a long time ago. When did I thought I was I just skimmed it quickly. October. I don't know if
Dude,
I was living in Ludlow, I think, at that time.
Yeah, so
because I moved there, I think, in June of that year.
Yeah, you had a super lit stream.
Super lit stream. It was because I had just started streaming pretty much. I think that summer. I was ish. Because I just started, it was in the Ludlow apartment still, and then I moved.
Dude, and you weren't playing Call of Duty.
Well, I didn't talk about it, but Call of Duty Cold War I think had come out.
I don't know, dude. You were playing Horizon Zero Dawn like an animal.
Yes, I was playing mostly that.
Oh, and Nick was super hyped in episode 125 for the incoming Battlefield 2042 beta.
Oh,
I could have played yesterday, but I was meal prepping. Also didn't want to pay $60 to pre-order.
Yeah, yep, pretty much. I was playing Call of Duty Cold War.
He'll be jamming it once it's free.
Well, I was not playing it because once all the people started talking about that, how terrible it was, I did not play it because it was all screwed up. But no, Call of Duty Cold War, yeah, I was playing a lot. I played that that came out November 13th, 2020, so I was playing that game. And I played a lot of Cold War.
Yeah, you did. Oh, and shout out to Escape Podcast, Max and Seema. They turned 400 when we turned 125.
Wow, that's cool. What a milestone. Wait, what came out the next year? I wonder. Which Call of Duty release in 2021? Oh, Vanguard. Oh, God, that game was awful. Good Lord.
Yeah, it wasn't Cold War. Cold War was like 22 or 23.
No, 22. No, Cold War was 2020. Oh. October of 2020.
Oh.
Cold War I loved. I mean, I like the Black Ops games. You do too. I'm actually pumped for the new Black Ops game. Did that trailer come out or anything? We're doing it live.
I don't know.
I know it's about the Gulf. Oh, it did come out. Yeah, and it's about the Gulf War. I will do more research on that. It's set in 1991. How does it feel that a Call of Duty set after you were born? That's
cool.
how old you are.
That's all right, dude. I know people that were in that fucking war.
I know. Yeah. I mean, I don't off the top of my head, but actually, I'm sure my Uncle Ricky did stuff then. He was active service.
Yeah. Like I said, I was just doing Destiny and New World.
That's cool. I almost want to go to like between then and now. I feel like that's a whole nother phase. Like what was episode like
175? No, 200.
Sure.
So,
Let's look at the docs.
Strubs. Oh, B Strubs came on the show.
What'd you look?
Strubs.
175?
Yeah. Atrax was on the show.
I don't think I have that.
Oh, you weren't on the show?
I wasn't on 175.
Nope.
Episode 180, Stone Dog.
So Nick sucks but got a PS5. I didn't talk about. Oh, I was playing Destiny and SWTOR.
Was I not on 180 either? What in tarnation?
Dude, you missed a lot during that time.
Huh. Strange.
No, you were on it.
Episode 180? I don't see my notes. I'll say episode.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Nick, you were playing. I'm right at the final battle in Witcher 3. Next stream, I'll be finishing the game, just in time for the next gen graphical update.
Oh, here we
finally
go.
finished Into the Spider-Verse, FIFA 23 career mode, DC Universe news.
Oh my
Nick
God! Yeah,
Nick wants to sleep in the same bed with Aquaman, Jason Momoa.
Oh my God! This is what episode 180. It feels like it was not that long ago, but apparently it was.
Let's look at episode. Oh my God! Episode 160, Jakuski. Remember him?
Yep.
Yeah. So Nick is in Witcher 3, Big City Time, Vacation Upcoming. Single Nick is back mid-season form.
I didn't say that, did I?
Yeah, you did. Maybe in parentheses it says maybe don't read this. LOL.
Oh, what episode was that? 160?
This one is 160. Mine is
God.
Vacation Hype, Streaming Hype. I put Iron Banner sucks doing the pinnacles. We did a fashion contest, too.
Huh. That's exciting.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell I was even referring to. But, yeah. Well, I do know Big City Time is pretty sweet.
See, I wasn't on 190.
No.
On 91. Yeah, the boys are back. Yep. So it was after Vacation Time. So 191.
This is fun. I'm having fun. I don't know if this is good content, but I'm having fun.
Oh, Nick, NXL Sunshine State Open. Yes, it's Division 2, and yes, I played on a paintball team, and yes, it was Division 2 paintball team called Malicious.
We did that. We rented a house, went to Hibachi, made Sunday, aka playoffs, and we won the Ochos match handily, but lost in the quarters in triple overtime. In 2 1v1s, that was heartbreaking. That sucked. I think, honest to God, the guy. So we sent out. That's what made Tommy Greenleaf. I think losing his 1-on-1 made Tommy Greenleaf a 1-on-1 literal world champion. Because so first 1-on-1 we sent out Harrison Stanton, who had played pro in the past. Very, very good player. He traded with the guy. Then Tommy goes out and bounces the guy, and then the other guy shoots him. And fast forward that summer, Oliver Lang starts his Hormesis 1v1 tour, and Tommy goes on to win the entire thing. which is not just a local tournament, that's national tournament. I think that moment made Tommy Greenleaf he used the hate of that moment in the dark side of the force to become a one-on-one hero and champion. But anyways,
all right,
it's fun to look
and then
back.
today in 2024, episode 250, I am playing Elden Ring and Destiny.
Yes. And I'm playing card games. Who would have thought? Well, one card game. I'm playing Star Wars Unlimited a lot. Well, and I want to talk about that. So my normal gaming routine that you've heard me talk about 1,000 times is to have, I'm like a 2-game guy. I usually have an RPG, single player action RPG that I can big lore background. I can sink my teeth into lots of immersion, lots of exploration, all that fun stuff. Prime examples, Witcher 3, the Elder Scrolls games, Fallout games usually. I really loved Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor. That, you're getting the vibes. God of War. And then I also like to play something quick and casual, like a Call of Duty multiplayer or like a FIFA, something like that. Well, recently I got into Star Wars Unlimited. I've had less time actual gaming, but the thing with Star Wars Unlimited is it checks a lot of boxes for my brain that fit my schedule a lot and also are fulfilling in different ways. So for one, it's Star Wars, so it's a lore that I love. For two, it feels like I'm solving puzzles every time I play because I'm like, oh, how does this card interact with that? How are they going to play against me? And it's like that moment in like a Zelda game or an RPG, if you're solving a real puzzle in a game, whatever type of game that is, honestly, the way the satisfaction of working through those brain challenges, puzzles I'll call them, feels like when you're playing chess. If you ever played chess before, to me, it's like the same reason I really enjoyed playing chess, working through it, the strategy of that. I should get into chess again because I did enjoy it. I used to play that on my phone
you're
a lot at
basically
night.
playing chess with
Star Wars characters. Yeah, which is that's honestly why I really like playing Star Wars Legion too. With the tabletop minis with Feta, it's a similar sensation, but now it's much quicker to get through games and play through those because it's cards. And then of course I'm playing online as well through a service I shall not name again, although I did the last time I was on. I probably shouldn't have. But it's so you're playing it even faster, and you can play a game in 10-15 minutes. Usually about 15 minutes is probably the average, but you can hop on my laptop, to play a game or two before bed or whatever, and I'm satisfied I played games. And then on top of that, I can go, there's a big card shortage right now, and we're probably going to have a Star Wars Unlimited actual whole episode, so I don't want to talk too much about the state of the game, I guess, in this moment, but
no,
there'll be time for that later. But it's tough to get cards, so these draft events like the one I described earlier are one of the only places you can get cards at MSRP and not pay for scalper prices. So I've been really enjoying getting to go to those because it's a double whammy of, yes, you get to play, but you're also excited about just getting the physical cards because they're hard to come by. Yeah. So it's you get the collector's fun with the puzzle solving fun of the gameplay with it's not super complicated and doesn't take up a bunch of time. So it's it feels satisfying from a lore perspective and a brain challenging puzzle solving perspective that usually the RPGs would hit for me, but it's in a quick casual, more casual, I don't know, you can jump in and jump out format that it's doing a lot for me that normally two different types of games would have to do. So
it's awesome.
I like it a lot.
It's time for Working Class Questions. It's where we ask the nerds community to ask us questions so we can answer them here for you. Atrax asks, which episode was the most difficult to record?
Did we do any episodes on site somewhere?
No.
I don't think we ever did. We talked about it a lot. I don't think we've ever done it.
Well, yeah, we've done them places, but we've recorded a podcast at your dad's house.
Yeah, but that wasn't
No.
too bad. But we basically brought our whole setup to there. So It's not like we were using alternate stuff
Yeah.
I feel like when he starts swapping gear out is when it's like, this is gonna sound like shit.
Yeah.
But episode the most difficult to record. I guess if I just like had to pee a lot, but that's like every other episode. So.
So I have two answers. The sarcastic answer is which episode was the most difficult to record? Any one that Atrax was on.
Hey, that's a great answer.
Wah, wah, wah. No, honestly, the most difficult one ever was Sith Lord Brit because her Audacity recording failed, and it was like a 3.5 hour podcast, and all of it was gone.
It was a very long show. Yeah, it was just not recorded. It was bad.
I'll do the next one, and you can do the next Atrax one. This one's from Wargus. It's a good one. What would episode 20 self tell episode 1 self?
I mean, no, episode 250 self.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Pre-episode 1 self, don't buy the Blue Yeti mic. Get something else.
I would say that would be it. I wouldn't change anything because you have to learn by doing.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
but you could have easily upgraded the audio quality with a little smidge of advice.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, instead of spending $200 on a
mixer and
on a Blue Yeti, we could have bought 2 USB mics.
Yeah,
and for $100, and it would have sounded so much better.
Yeah, I agree. Destiny Sucks also asks.
Well, it's Atrax.
Oh, it's Atrax.
It's his fucking troll name. It's the dumbest shit ever. Like, it's the dumbest shit ever.
So Atrax asks, honestly, hey, how is the podcast doing? Do you see the community and show growing since episode 200?
Honestly, I think the podcast is doing great. I think with Atrax as an addition, he brought something that we've never had to the show. And now that Atrax is focusing more on the Counter-Strike stuff and his YouTube stuff, and now that we have Rayu and Feta on, they're bringing more to the table. Now, is the podcast growing? It's ever growing. You know, it's hard in 2024 to know exactly how much it grows, because the only way to find out is you have to hire these analytical companies to really get you the real facts. And the other side of that is it's because somebody can listen to your podcast once and fall in love, or they may listen to one and not come back for 6 months. You know what I mean? I would say the next steps would be growing the Discord to get everything to grow more. And I think between Destiny, the First Descendant, I think is going to bring a lot of growth to our Discord as well, because so many people are going to be playing that, and we're going to have a guild, and Rayu's going to be heading that up.
That's sweet, and I agree. Totally.
Atrax asks, we've had 2 hosts, 3 hosts, now 4 hosts. When will you add a 5th? Never.
Yeah, that's excessive.
Like the 4th host, the 4 hosts was basically it's 100% me that did this, because I'm getting busier and I want the option to everybody to have good content. And as I get busier, if I'm going to miss something, or Nick is going to miss something, or Rayu or Feta, we'll always have a slew of hosts to be able to fill in.
Yeah, just so that we're always able to put stuff out, so we're not
right
like missing episodes.
Yep. Nick asks
well, the username's weird. It says the handsomest member of the nerds community, and I didn't think Discord let you put a name that long. But this random handsome person asks, what is your go-to Five Guys burger order?
Ketchup, mustard, relish, fried onion.
And the double cheeseburger was just their standard cheeseburger?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So wait, say that again? You rapid fired it.
Ketchup, mustard, relish, fried onions.
No mayo?
No.
Oh, that's odd. See, I do. So I have as you could imagine, it can't just be a straightforward answer. I usually do recently I've been doing a regular burger, but when I was fatter and didn't care, I would I'd do a burger, which would be fried, the grilled onions, barbecue, ketchup, mayo, and the grilled jalapeno. Or is it grilled? I think it's just fresh jalapenos, not the pickled ones. And then I'd also get a grilled cheese that I'd add a patty to. And if you've never had that from Five Guys, I highly recommend it. And I'd put like mayo, grilled onions, and I'd keep that more simple. But if you've never had a grilled cheese from Five Guys that you add a burger to, try that next time you go. That is an epic sandwich right there. And then, of course, I'd always get...
I've never gotten 2 burgers at a...
Five Guys?
Never.
Well, see, I would do that and then like not get fries, but like... And honestly, I'd probably eat the other things like later half the time. But yeah, try grilled cheese.
All right.
And add a patty to it. It's like a different experience. And how do you drink coffee?
Cream only. Just a little bit of cream. I can't do it black. I can't.
Iced or hot?
Iced, always.
So my first coffee, like in the morning, coming from home, you do an iced coffee?
Oh, no. Always a hot from home.
That's, yeah. So
But I make my own cold brew, so I have the cold ready to go.
That's nice. See, like my pour over coffee machine's in the attic, and it's got to get like the deep clean, and then we'll start using it because I like a nice coffee too. But I drink coffee usually. Well, I'm like polar opposite ends of the spectrum. First coffee in the morning, I like just a black coffee. We have an espresso machine, so I just make like 3 lungo shots.
Yeah,
and I'll drink that as like my morning. And then I've been doing an afternoon coffee. And if it depends on where I'm going. If I'm like just making one, I'll do black again, just black hot coffee. But if I'm like out, like going to a Starbucks or a cafe, I'll get a oat milk latte and add like vanilla and maple or vanilla and what the hell is the other? Oh, honey. And make like a latte. And that's like not,
right.
Totally different flavor profile we're talking about. But I usually do oat milk because regular milk makes me feel bloated. But last question from Atrax reads, when are we getting the pistachio ice cream eating video?
I would say we'll probably do it when we record a live show upcoming at a brewery. I was going to buy Ben and Jerry's pistachio. And me, you, and Feta have to take a spoonful of it.
That'd be funny. That would be great.
And we'll just make a YouTube short out of it.
Yeah. Just like, I don't know.
Just because I, the way it's going to go is one of 3 is going to be like, hey, it's pretty good.
Right. And then just like, you got to cut to like a clip of an explosion or something.
Yes, exactly. Yep. That's the whole point. All right. Goldie says, this is a different one. What's your opinion on the dude who ate a Pokemon card from his opponent's deck and called for a deck check to try to get him disqualified in a Pokemon tournament? Wait, so PokeDuel says someone at this cup just ate their opponent's lost vacuum and called a judge for a deck check. Lame Soup commented, someone please explain this to someone who doesn't play. PokeDuels. In Pokemon TCG, there are local tournaments known as League Cups that earn you points to qualify you for the World Championship. So they're held to a higher standard than normal local play.
Yeah, they've got like judges and rules and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
One of these standards is having a deck list submitted before the tournament. If you have an invalid deck list, wrong cards, missing cards, etc., you can get a penalty such as a game loss. The individual ate one of his opponent's cards to make their deck not match the deck list submission. So when a judge checks the deck, it will appear wrong, missing one card or get a game loss. And Goldie wrote, "This can't be real, bro. What the hell is happening in the Pokemon tournament scene?"
Well, what's immediately baffling to me is like, don't you? Like in Star Wars Unlimited, even in the draft events that I've gone to, which are not even tournaments, but I've seen video tournament clips of tournaments online, everyone sleeves their cards. So like this person ate the sleeve and everything, or like people double sleeve them too. Like, how are you like? I can understand like a card. Sure, I can see you crumple that up, get that down. That's straight. I can wrap my brain around that. But how do they even eat that with the sleeve on it? Is what I want to know.
I don't know.
That's bananas to me.
I have no idea.
That's crazy, clearly. But I I cannot even imagine that. I mean, it's outside looking in, it's kind of funny. You know what I mean? But like, clearly the other person's gonna be freaking the fuck out to where like they're gonna pull up some kind of video or something.
Mm-hmm.
So there's gonna be a witness somewhere. Like, you just fucking ate that card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not gonna work for you, but that's craziness. We have a whole slew of questions from Doritos. What's the first one, Marcus?
Wow, sorry. I was hey, Kingdom Hearts is available on Steam.
That's sweet.
All of them.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah. So, and you can get them all for like $60. Anyways, would you have a fainting goat as a pet? Why or why not? No.
No, I would not.
And why not? Because no.
Because I don't want to.
Oh, this question is fan-fucking-tastic. I'm going to let you ask this one.
Who is lazier, Nick or Marcus?
That's the easiest one ever. I'll let Nick answer.
I honestly, so I know Marcus is going to say me, but I think it's not really that straightforward. I think it comes down to like, what flavor of lazy are you talking about?
No.
Like Marcus is lazy. Like, yeah, I left the trash in my desk. Who cares? I'll pick it up tomorrow. I'm lazy in the sense of like lots of other things, like wanting to do. If I can avoid physical labor, then I will.
Bull fucking shit. Listen, Nick will procrastinate something until the last 4 minutes before he needs to leave because he's fucking comfortable playing on his fucking phone. And he'll make up how busy he is just to get more procrastination time.
See, that's not true. I will. I cannot. I would time out. I cannot.
Maybe for the last like 3 months since TK427 move in, because she's like the Imperial ISB officer who keeps you in fucking check. But like before that, when you were in your apartment.
Oh yeah, that's 100% true.
Like, what are you doing right now, dude? I'm super busy. Hey, I'm at your door. Oh fuck! And you hear the whole house shovel
jingling.
He's fucking sleeping on the couch.
That's true. Fair enough. Next question comes in.
Other than Scoop Deck, which is an ice cream place in Maine, who has the best ice cream? Oh, Sunday School in the Cape.
Really?
Game over. There's no question. Like it. If it's not better than Scoop Deck, it's so close that it's like 1B. Like it's 1B.
Okay.
If Scoop Deck is 1A, because Scoop Deck's ice cream is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it is. It's like really hard to like quantify how much better than regular ice cream it is. But I will say, great ice cream place in Western Mass, Randall's in Ludlow. I think their ice cream is fantastic. Or I think it's Randall's Farm, but it's like some other creamery that's like at their property. But
like, dude, like Rice's Fruit Farm makes their own ice cream. It's good. But does not compare to Scoop Deck, and it's not Sunday School.
Yeah, I would say that's like to the top tippity top
this?
S tier ice cream.
If I had nothing to do and I wanted to go on an adventure, I would drive to the Cape to go to Sunday School just to get the ice cream and come home.
Yeah, actually, how far is Maine from here? I wonder.
Like 2 hours. Scoop Deck's probably like 2 hours.
I'd probably make that drive.
You know what I mean? Go out to like have a nice lunch out there, have a nice lunch, and then just drive back. Yeah,
I would probably questionable, but yes.
You don't like the adventure. I do.
Well, I hate driving. I hated driving before I started commuting an hour and a half to both ways to work every day. So,
I love it.
But also shout out to Pralines in Plainville here. That is actually as good as, I think, better than Randall's. But again, it's still like an A tier compared to the S tier of Scoop Decker.
Right,
What's the name of the place?
Yeah. Sunday School.
Sunday School. Next question from Doritos asks, why does ice cream taste better at the beach? You know, I don't think I've ever gotten ice cream at the beach.
Me neither. The only thing that tastes better at the beach is a beer.
A beer does taste better at the beach.
Of course it does. What is the sound that gives you the willies? Fingernails on the chalkboard, assuming y'all are old enough to even know what that is.
Yes, we are. It's not
Nick's
even fingernails.
voice.
Oh, come on. It's not even fingered the sound of the nails on the chalkboard. It's the thought that you're that I know you're doing it. It's the action that gives me the fucking. I hate that.
Actually, you know what? It bothers me. Coughing.
Really?
Like, not like when you're sick coughing, but like my kids will be coughing because their mouths are dry. And I'm like, drink some water. They drink water, they magically stop coughing.
Oh, they're
you
just
know, like that dry cough? Yeah, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, that does drive me nuts, like bodily sounds that you can fix quickly. Like chronic stuff, I know what you mean. Or like somebody that in class that would sniffle the whole fucking class. Like, get a tissue and you can hear like the liquid getting sucked back up. It's just go blow your nose once and you're done for an hour. Like, I know you don't like. You know what I'm saying?
I do.
Anyways, that could be a whole rant. Doritos is good at get us going. Speaking of which, would you have bantam chicken as a pet if you could house train it?
No.
I don't know what bantam chicken is.
It's just a fucking chicken. No. Ooh.
Bantam chickens. Those are cool looking.
Yeah, not yeah. Will there be Nick Juniors in the near future? Yes.
Not the near future, but the future, yes.
Dude, you want to do it before you're fucking 35.
Why? The swimmers stay the same. I don't care.
You don't. Okay. I'm going to put it in perspective.
I only microwaved them once.
Okay.
Just kidding.
Anyways, can we get the soundboard effects on the podcast recording? So much context is lost when we can't hear them. So,
yeah, I'll fix that.
Yeah, we got to start. We have to figure it out.
What?
Riverside fucked up once, and we've never used them again.
Yeah, I just need to add them. Well, I can do it. I just have to do it like so that it picks it up in Discord or something.
Right.
But Doritos also asks, will there be playable chickens in Go-Go Town? I think so.
I think so.
I think there will. And Marcus, if he ever plays Go-Go Town, is required to play as a chicken.
I think it's early access. Hold on, let me pull up the Steam thing before you move on. I don't want to speak out of turn. I think you can get early access now. On wish list. Yeah. No, June 18th. So in 5 days. I'm hoping I get a free copy.
Sweet. That'll be awesome.
Because it doesn't say how much it is.
Doritos also asks, what is one piece of Working Class Nerds content you are looking forward to making, be it video, short, playthrough, etc.? I would say, honestly, that if I can, I reached out to a guest that I don't know if we're going to get, but I'll try. But I'd love to make a Star Wars Unlimited video with someone from Fantasy Flight Games, or video or episode, I should say. But honorable mention to we've been invited to do something live that would be very cool, and I'd love to make that happen.
Well, it is happening. Whether if I've decided that no matter what, I'm doing it because Fetta's like we can do it, and if Nick just can't pick a date because he's indecisive, then me and Fetta will just do the episode.
I'm just busy, just mentally busy.
Mentally busy. I like that.
It is. That makes a lot.
Yeah. So I didn't even talk about my last stream.
I know. You'll have to talk about it next episode with the gang.
Yeah. So what's the one piece of Working Class Nerds content I'm looking forward to? I'm looking forward to making my first stream on YouTube, whenever that is. I'm looking forward to making some shorts for YouTube and doing a little more with the podcast on YouTube. Like, I really want to, a goal, like a stretch goal for me would be to, like, let's say I'm fighting a boss in Elden Ring and I take out all the sound, but I put the sound bite of the podcast of me talking about fighting that boss.
Yep.
And have like the video of that made. So like if somebody sees a short, it's going to say Working Class Nerds episode 250. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
that sounds perfect.
Yeah, and it just does it.
Doritos asks, what is the best flavor of beef jerky?
Oh shit! See, I don't know the flavor, but I had this elk jerky, and it was the best jerky I ever had.
I don't know like common jerky flavors besides like teriyaki or barbecue. Sweet and hot original.
Like, you can't go wrong with the original.
I will say I don't love teriyaki, but I do know the preferred jerky flavor and variety of Vaultec Incorporated is ass jerky.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of
Working Class Nerds.